I am not supposed to go out, but my village people were solidly behind me today. And the one. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's story time. Been a while I did the story time. I had to do this because something happened earlier today. The initial video was to show you guys what I have in my beauty basket. Yeah, but I'm going to do that after the story time. So I'm not supposed to go out today at all. But I was like, okay, let me just go out since I'm not going far and with me back shortly. Something kept telling me not to. I just have to go. I got ready, I got my stuff, I got the key, and I was about to leave. I shut the door. Yeah, I left, shut the door behind me. 5 feet just after I shut the door, I had this voice telling me, check the door. I just ignored, like, I mean, I have the key, right? So I'm safe. I went about my business, and on my way coming back, the sun was out. So I said to myself, let me take some pictures. While I was taking pictures, I was having fun. It was beginning to get really cold because I had really light clothing on. Great, I had a jacket, yeah. And I was close to the house. Guys, I was like, okay, time to go home. I had my self-esteem. And I walked home because where I was taking the pictures was just, a minute's walk to the house. It was not really far. I'm getting to the door, I open my bag to get my key. And it dawned on me that I've not had the key with me all along. Like, I was like, okay, no, this is not happening. I pulled everything out of the bag. I searched my jacket. At this point, I was getting angry. I said, calm down, calm down. Is this my village people at work? So I said to myself to calm down. I went back to where I was taking pictures. Maybe it fell while I pulled off my jacket, and fortunately for me, I couldn't find the key around, where I took the pictures and came back home. I was trying out alternatives, what to do. I was looking for alternatives. I went to the back door, but I remembered I locked it before I left. I locked the back door, so there was no way I could go in through there. Though the windows, they are locked from the inside. There was nothing I could do. At this point, I was just looking for alternatives because my feet were beginning to get frozen. I could not move my feet. My hands, you could literally see that they were red. They were getting frozen. So I tried to pass my fingers, my hand through the letterbox, but I got stuck. I got stuck halfway because I was able to do that. I could just open the door, and but that didn't work out. Next thing that came to my mind was, okay, there's this pub that's just really close to us. Should I go to the pub or should I go to this restaurant by the corner?
I should just go.
That's the great thing about where I'm coming from. If it was back home,
I don't know.
You could easily go to your neighbors and I just chill here for a bit till somebody comes back. These days, and they'll just allow you to chill for a bit. But hey, you don't even talk to your neighbors over here. It's just hi, and that might be once in 2 weeks. So I was contemplating on what to do, if I should go to the pub or go to the restaurant. The pub was closed, but the restaurant was closer because I could not walk for too long. My feet were frozen. So I said I was going to go to the restaurant. I walked down to the restaurant and sat down. This was already 2 hours already gone. At this point, 2 hours gone already. I was in the cold for 2 hours plus. So I called my sister and I was like, because I know if I tell her what happened, she's going to laugh at me. I had to call her to know where I am, to know what I'm doing. And I spoke to a friend before I called and I was like, I don't know when my sister's going to get back, but if in case you hear that I turn to snow or whatever, please just take me to the museum. You guys shouldn't destroy me. You guys should just take me to the museum. That was what I said to her. So when I called my sis and she was like, oh, she's actually on her way back home, that was the same thing I told her. So I went into the restaurant. It was not even, there was no difference, seriously, because it was cold. It was just as if I was outside and it was getting close to, it was getting close to school runs. Students were beginning to go home. That was my main reason for leaving there, because I didn't want people to, students to see me sitting outside or looking homeless and stranded. So I walked down and I was seated waiting for them to, come to me and ask me what I want. But I wasn't even ready to buy anything. While I was there for 15 minutes and nobody walked up to me or anything. I just sat down. I was still observing. At that point, my sis called me back and said, oh, she's going to be back in like 20 minutes. I should get ready. I said, wow, thank God, I cannot wait. I was a bit relieved at that point because I get to get warm and get better again. So, not quite long after she called me, this lady walked up to me and asked, do you want something? I said, can I have the menu? You think I have something to buy, but I didn't want it to look like I've been there for a little over 20 minutes and it's just right that I asked for the menu or something. When she brought the menu, I was going through it and I didn't understand the food, like everything written on that menu, aside the drinks, some of which I knew, but the food I didn't understand at all. So I just closed the menu because the moment she gave the menu to me, she went back to her business. And after going through it, I was like, okay, this is not for me. Greek food, it's not for me. So I got up and I went out. Just as I got outside, thinking of what to do with my life at that point, because my village people definitely won on this one. They tried. While I was standing there thinking of what to do with my life, I saw my sis driving in. Yeah. But the moment she sighted me, she just started laughing. Because if you see me, you will know that I actually looked
finally
stranded. So I got in the house. And the first thing I did was I went into my room. I needed to know if I picked the key up. Like if I needed to know if I dropped the key. That's what I wanted to confirm. And I went into my room. I found the key in the bed.
You guys don't believe the keys here.
What do we call that?
You guys don't believe the keys
you were
here.
In that position, what were you going to do at that point in time?
Can you imagine?
Dwelling on that was not the next thing for me or what I wanted to do. I just went straight to the kitchen. I got a cup of tea.
So guys,
I took off everything I had on. I had to wipe the makeup off. I had to turn on the heater so that I could get warm, because I've never made such a mistake going out without my key. And even if I was going to do that, I was always certain that coming back there'll be somebody in the house. It was consciously. But this one, anyways, guys, let me not drag it so much. So that was what happened to me earlier today. And you guys should help me thank God, because if help had not come when it came, I should have been in one of the museum, probably our museum or Coventry Museum. They would just put me somewhere. The girl that turns to snow didn't write so many things about me, but I'm glad it didn't happen that way.